We are the galactic record keepers, the archivists of Eon. We have chronicled the rise and fall of many interstellar civilizations. Our vast library contains material spanning 100 million years, chronicling the successes and setbacks of species no one else remembers. Galaxies have died, stars have arisen, and life has emerged from primordial soups, while species that thought they would live forever have vanished. We believed we had seen everything. But we erred in our judgment. Humanity shocked and dazzled the universe, exploding like a supernova. They were not the most advanced or popular species we had encountered. Their home world, Earth, was a blue-green marble known only for its diversity of life. Yet, there was something mysterious about them that made it impossible to classify them precisely. It made us stop our never-ending observational process and take notice. As is common with many things, it began with a quarrel. After ruling a quarter of the galaxy for millennia, the enormous Zor Imperium decided to attack Earth. Every civilization that dared stand in the way of the Zor was either assimilated or annihilated. As conquerors, they had ruthlessly suppressed civilizations far more advanced than ours. Their living, massive constructs, blending machine and monster, had terrified the universe for millennia. We expected to document another account of early life extinction, but humans surprised us. They refused to comply. The Zor were shocked by the ferocity with which humans employed both ships and weapons. They fought not just with ideas, culture, and unwavering resolve, but with tactics defying logic. Their creativity bordered on madness, yet their shared goal concealed their occasionally acrimonious nature. When the first Zor force arrived on Earth, they found a hastily organized jumble of fighters and cargo ships. By all reports, it should have been a massacre, but it became an iconic moment in history. The humans employed tactics no sane military strategist would consider. Outnumbered and outgunned, they lured Zor spacecraft into complex orbital dances, ending in devastating collisions. Earth's gravity became a deadly weapon. At one point, humans broadcast music across all frequencies, confusing Zor communications and driving their bioorganic ships to the verge of structural collapse. Military innovation was just one component of human resistance. What amazed us was their remarkable ability to set aside differences when faced with extinction. Resources were shared, borders eliminated, and long-standing rivalries forgotten. A world on the brink of collapse due to political turmoil and natural disasters united against a common enemy. The Zor regrouped and returned with a tenfold greater fleet, but humans were ready. They had disassembled Zor technology from the wreckage of the first battle, reverse-engineered it, and mixed it with their own inventions in ways that defied logic. What followed was a profound change in combat. Human spaceships traveled with grace and precision, much like schools of fish, blending seamlessly in space. They launched their spacecraft at great speeds using gas-giant magnetic fields, shielding themselves from pulsar radiation, turning celestial events into weapons. With every setback, they grew more resolved, consistently finding inventive solutions. We archivists were astonished as the war spread throughout the sector. The human race's resistance inspired other species long threatened by the Zor. Underground movements led to full-scale insurrections, collapsing the once unbreakable Zor position before their eyes. But humankind was not limited to conflict. While the war raged, they formed alliances with species the Zor had long ruled as vassals. The most amazing thing humans could do was study, teach others how to fight, and freely share technologies. Every alien culture they encountered, they absorbed parts of. They exhibited an impressive versatility. We witnessed them repurpose alien concepts in ways their creators never imagined. They used their solar panel technology alongside Clorox's photosynthetic properties to construct energy-producing space sails. They transformed the hive mind system of the Vexor into a real-time World Wide Web. They harmonized with the silicon-based biology of the Lethean, erasing the distinction between artificial and organic intelligence, paving the way for advances in cybernetic augmentation. 5 years after the battle began, we received a signal from Earth. They had heard of our presence and wanted to meet. Everything about this was novel. Never before had we engaged directly with a species under observation. Yet these creatures had an incredible talent for normalizing the abnormal. When their emissaries arrived at our hidden station, they were astonished by the magnitude of our data cores. They peppered us with questions about the species we had preserved and the background of ancient and modern societies. Then they accomplished something remarkable. They gave us permission to use their records. At first, we didn't understand. How could such a young species have retained significant archives? But when they began sending us their data, we realized we had made a mistake. Humanity had been methodically recording its past, present, and future, much like us. Humanity's inventiveness was astounding. They had preserved the works of art, songs, and stories from numerous generations. While we clung to the broad strokes of history, humans had distilled themselves down to their most basic qualities. We were introduced to Curie, Einstein, Beethoven, and Shakespeare. We saw spaceship designs alongside ancient cave drawings. We heard electronic symphonies and tribal tunes from long-lost cultures. Their philosophers pondered life in ways that impacted many species. Their painters evoked emotions that stunned us, appealing to extraterrestrial senses. Their past was full of catastrophic setbacks and great strides forward. War, environmental catastrophe, and technological hubris almost brought them to ruin. Yet, they emerged stronger by learning from their mistakes. Amid this data flood, human messengers sent out a call. They proposed we collaborate, drawing on our combined knowledge and their fresh perspective. Together, we could be greater than the sum of our parts. They envisioned an interspecies flow of knowledge, collective effort to conserve and disseminate knowledge. This future, shaped by lessons from the past, could guide future generations. We were unsure. We had always observed without interference, but aligning with humans would fundamentally alter our place in the universe. Our debates lasted ages, far beyond the comprehension of our human guests. Some argued for neutrality, while others contended that silence in the face of the Zor's atrocities was tantamount to complicity. Then, news broke that the Zor had detonated a supernova, wiping out a whole star system and a vital human stronghold. The loss of life was unimaginable. The human response was one of frigid wrath and unshakable determination. They vowed to defeat the Zor and prevent future atrocities. It was in this moment that we realized we could no longer be spectators. We allied with the humans, working together for a peaceful settlement and a better future for all living beings. A war unlike any ever seen broke out. Human ingenuity combined with our knowledge, resulting in almost miraculous technologies. We harnessed the power of black holes, stabilized dying stars, and created instantaneous communication across vast distances. The Zor were consistently outmatched, even as their desperation grew. Our joint efforts produced space-folding ships capable of breaching traditional defenses. AI systems trained to predict Zor movements allowed us to stay one step ahead. We even enlisted the help of non-corporeal entities residing in interstellar space, communicating with them in ways once unimaginable. Perhaps our greatest achievement was not a ship or a weapon, but an instrument for peace. We developed a system capable of translating between any two species instantly, eliminating the linguistic and cultural barriers that had long divided us. This caused the downfall of the Zor Imperium, as our coalition moved deeper into their territory. We didn't just conquer, we communicated. We shared knowledge of emancipation and self-government, and the enslaved peoples of the empire rose up in rebellion. The Zor regime crumbled from within after millennia of persecution. The fall of the Zor Empire sent shockwaves through the galaxy. Power structures collapsed, and species that had once been mortal enemies had no purpose now. In this time of extreme upheaval, the galaxy seemed on the verge of collapse. Yet, by embracing the challenge, humanity showed the boundless capacity for astonishment. Instead of exacting punishment, they offered the Zor reconciliation. Every species, even former enemies, was given a voice in the proposed Galactic Federation. Many doubted it would work, and negotiations were long and arduous, almost collapsing several times. But humans, skilled in diplomacy and conflict, gradually found points of agreement. They mediated tirelessly, and their boundless hope and trust in a better future spread even to the most venerable and cynical of species. After years of negotiations, the Galactic Union was finally established. This remarkable union brought together species from across the cosmos. Longtime rivals sat side by side in majestic assembly halls, working together to create new political and legal frameworks. A new ideology emerged, combining the best aspects of numerous civilizations. Human values of individual freedom and representative democracy shaped the new system, while the Zor, humbled by their defeat, contributed their expertise in large-scale operations. The Lethean provided insights into long-term planning, and the non-physical entities in interstellar space offered perspectives beyond conventional concepts of time and space. We archivists had to adapt as well. Our knowledge resources became the foundation for an interplanetary educational system. We taught the species about cosmic cycles and shared histories, but we also learned from them. The humans, ever inventive, proposed a galactic encyclopedia that would update in real time and be accessible to all sentient species. With the collective intelligence of 1 million species, we overcame previously insurmountable challenges. The Federation thrived, not just in scientific and technological domains, but also in cultural ones. A new intergalactic society emerged, cherishing uniqueness and unity around shared goals. New forms of expression arose from the blending of species. Music, appreciated by entities with non-human sensory organs, spread.